Alright people, we're gonna start by making the first figure based on a drawing. We click on the Start, Mechanical Design here, and Part Design. We need a name for this project, piece number 1. Click on OK. Okay, we have here the different planes that we can use. Remember, there's no one better from the others, only depending of the perspective you need to work with. In this case, we're gonna select the XY plane. We click on it, it needs to be orange, and then we continue to sketch. Alright, let's check the figure or the piece we need to replicate in the software. In this case, we have this component. We're gonna start by making the internal circles. Only as an observation, more than an advice, is that when you have practice with this software or at any design software, you can see that you can make any piece or any component in different ways. In this case, we're gonna try to start with the simple way, but with working with practice, you're gonna see that you can start by any point. So it's only an observation. If you think that this piece can be done from a different way, it can be correct. It's possible, but we're gonna try to start by making it the simplest as possible. So we're gonna start by making this circle. It has a diameter of 64 millimeters. We go to the software, we click on the circle, take it to the origin of the axis, click on it, and click at somewhere. There's no problem because we're gonna give it a specific size with the constraint option here. If I remember well, it's 64. It's 64. Click on this value. Click twice, please. We're gonna change this value to 64. We zoom in to visualize in a better way the figure. Let's check the figure again. Alright, we have already made the circle. We need another circle in this part and in this part. As you can see, all the circles are arranged in the same level. It has the same line crossing their centers, so we can say that they share this line. We're gonna make a line to insert the other circles. So we're gonna click on this icon called axis, and we're gonna position the mouse here. You need to see this pointed line, this blue pointed line, to click on this part. If you don't see it, look for it, people, please. Here. Alright, and you need to see blue again to click to establish the line. It's useless if you click with the line in white. You need to see it blue like this. Okay, there's something I had forgotten to mention in the previous video, that is, when you first start working with this software, when you just install it, it's probably that it comes with these options activated. Please click on it to deactivate these functions, because at some point it could be kind of difficult to work with these options. If we deactivate it, we're gonna be working in a more easy way. It's gonna be better for us because our design is going to be free from some restrictions, some constraints. So please deactivate these icons. You don't need to see it orange, you need to see it in this color blue. Let's continue. Okay, we have here, we have already made this circle. We have this line and we need these small circles. This circle is positioned, well, the center of the circle is positioned from 89 millimeters from the center of the circle. If we go to our screen, we need this part of the line to be that size, 89 millimeters. We're gonna do the next one, the next thing. We're gonna click in this while keeping the control pressed. We're gonna click on this small point on the edge of this line. You need to see it color in orange, please. And once you have selected both the vertical line and in this dot, you can release the control on the keyboard. We have selected both items. Now we're gonna add a constraint about the distance with this tool constraint. We need here 89. As you remember, this piece is symmetric, so we need to do the same on the other side. Click here and this dot. Remember, by keeping the control on the keyboard to select both parts, and then we're gonna add constraint again, and we're gonna write 89 millimeters. We have the same distances in both ways, right and left, 89. Now what we need is to add the small circles on these edges. We're gonna click on the circle, we're gonna click on the orange dot, orange point, and we're gonna click on the screen to fit the circle. We're gonna add the let's check the size. The size of the circle, the small one, is 24 millimeters. We're gonna click here. Here is 24, and we need to do the same on the other side. (24) Alright, this figurine is getting the shape of the drawing. Now what we need is to add bigger circles. Maybe you don't see it here because those circles are implicit in the piece we're working. As you can see here in this rounded part, it says it has a radius of 48 millimeters. So for that reason, we can think we have a circle, a bigger circle here, but we don't see it because it's inside the piece. But we're gonna add it in our design. This circle is going to be with a radius of 48. 48 here on the region, click, and we're gonna give it the size 48. As you remember, the radius is 48. In that case, the diameter is going to be 96. If you want, you can change the parameter here and click on radius and insert a specific radius. I usually like to use the same parameter. For that reason, I only converted the value of the radius into a diameter. We're gonna click here on OK. Close. We're running out of time, guys. Let's continue. Here, I need another circles. Those circles are of radius of 24 millimeters on the edges. Continue. Click on the circle. Click here on the circle. And let's remember 24 radius, so the diameter is going to be 48. I'm going to do the same on the other side, in the opposite direction. 48. Okay, now zoom out. What we need now is to give it the shape of the piece we're replicating. These lines are necessary. We're gonna add it by selecting the line option. We're gonna position it in this place. We're gonna click on it in this part, and we need the line that touches the circle like this. The circle must be orange, so we can say that is touching the line, the circle, and we click again. And what we need to do is click on this part of the line to pull it like this, and then we need to stick this line to this another circle. Click on it, Control, keep it pressed please, and we're gonna click on the circle like this. We're gonna click on this icon that is above of the constraint option, is this one. We're gonna click on tangency, so the circle and the line are connected. We're gonna do the same in these other places, in these other parts. We're gonna select the line again. Here, I need it that touches this small circle. It must be orange to know that they're connected. I'm gonna click here and pull it here. Now I do the same, click on this, Control, click on this part, constraint, tangency. Okay, let's do the same down. Click here, here, tangency. Okay. And we need to connect these ones, tangency. Okay, now we have the shape that we need, but there's something we also need to do. In this case, we need to erase all the exceedings of the figure. For that, we're gonna click on the quick trim that looks like a eraser gun. We're gonna click twice, and we're gonna start by erasing all the settings of the figure. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this either, this either. I'm gonna zoom in. I don't need this, I don't need this. Zoom out, zoom in. This neither, zoom out. If you think that it's already finished, sorry to say we're not finished yet. We need to erase this line of the circles because these circles are not part of the piece, are only for helping us to make the piece, but they are not part of the component. We're gonna erase it, this part, we're gonna erase this and this, we're gonna erase this and this and this. If you try to erase with this quick trim option and you cannot erase all the lines, remember to use this you need to click twice, because if you click only one time here you can erase only one time, but if you click here twice you can use the eraser indefinitely until you are done. You can press the escape option on your keyboard and then we can exit the workbench. Now we need to give it the shape, the physical solid structure. We're gonna click on path. Let's check the thickness is 12. We're gonna write 12. We're gonna click on OK. And we're done, guys. The first piece is already finished. We can move it to see it from different perspectives. Just to finish this part, we're gonna save it. You're gonna click on file, you're gonna click on save as, and you're gonna save it with the name piece 1. We're gonna save it in two different formats. The first one is this one, cut par. With this option, cut par, you're gonna save the file that you can use with this software to make some modifications in the future if required, and it's the format that this software specifically reads. We're gonna save it, and we need to save it in another format that is the format that the 3D printer reads. Is this one, STL. This format is the special for the 3D printer. So if you want to print something, any piece, any component that you have made at any design software, it can be by AutoCAD, SolidWorks, at any software, you need to save it in this format, STL. We're gonna save it, and we have the file ready to send it to the 3D printer and start printing this piece. We're gonna continue with another more elaborated piece on the next video.